Hello?
Hey, Adam. It's time
Hello
to
there.
walk to the chocolate factory.
Hell yeah. I'm super psyched about watching this.
I'm here with John Shaw. We're all three of us. We're going to watch it together.
How goes it?
John, my man. It's going good, especially now. I'm really excited to sit down with you guys. Why Willy Wonka?
Oh, why not? First of all, this is on the Church of Satan's video watch list.
Oh, yeah.
But anyone who knows anything about Willy Wonka knows how satanic this guy is, and handing out the just reports that these insufferable brats deserve.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm completely stoked. Let's go ahead and start right off. Satanism demands study, not worship. Movies are a large part of how our modern culture experiences stories and themes handed down for generations. Many movies have been labeled satanic, from evoking the word devil to their complex aesthetics or narrative. My name is Adam Campbell. I sat down with a friend or two to watch a so-called satanic movie. This is that private conversation made public. Welcome to 9 Cents Presents Satanists on Satanic Cinema.
Warner Brothers, you know who originally owned this? So the copyright to this film? Quaker Oats. Do you guys know that?
No way.
Yeah, the Quaker Oats company. They owned it first. They were trying to push their products out there with their candy, their Wonka line. And this was like one of the vehicles. They dumped like $3 million into this film, and it only made $4 million at the box office, which was considered a flop.
That's insane.
Strangely enough.
I do find it a little strange that there's a bunch of like little rabbit turds coming out of a sack at the opening scene. A little weird.
And could be sexy.
You know what? When I was a kid, the second time this was ever on regular television, I lived in Mexico, and I didn't even know what this movie was. I had never heard of it, but all the other kids were they were like, it was like there was going to be a party because, you know, when I was a kid in the 70s, you had to watch something when it was on.
Yeah. I think that's something that a lot of people miss now.
We were running down the street and very few of us even had color. Yeah. Well, there was just a few of us that had color TVs, and all the other kids had already designated where they were watching it. And me and 2 other kids are running down the street to my house to try to get to a TV. And I hear, like, it's summertime, the doors are open, and I hear kids going, "Look at all the candy," and stuff. And it was this event in my neighborhood that Willy Wonka was coming on television.
It wasn't that dude in the white van, like, offering candy to the kids?
Oh.
Come here, little girl. Yeah.
I got all your chocolate right here. You're going to have to get in the back, though. I love me some chocolate. You know, the first time I ever saw this, a buddy's house, this was like in middle school or something, his dad had on Betamax.
I remember that. I'm that old.
My dad bought a Betamax. Yeah, they were supposed to be superior.
That's what they say.
Gene.
Looks like an episode of How It's Made. It's weird.
It does. Germany.
What makes you think it's German?
It's all the dead Jews in the corner. It really skims past that part, but if you look closely...
Yeah, it's like one frame.
Is that like a German thing? There has to be one frame of Jews in every German.
It was part of their propaganda thing back then.
It's weird that they would have a law like that, but yeah, no, it's true. It's real.
Because otherwise, they're pretty embarrassed about the whole, you know, thing.
Hear all these kids screaming, me, and you don't see any lips moving. It's weird. I don't know if anybody noticed that.
No, kid, you fucked it up.
If you can't say it right, you get shit.
You know who wanted to play this part of this guy originally? One of our own, Sammy Davis Jr.
I remember Davis.
Yeah, they told him no.
See? Fucking Germans.
But hey, they let him write the song.
I didn't know that he was supposed to be in the movie.
Yeah, he was wanting to be, and they gave him a no.
We can't have a black person in Germany or wherever this is.
Well, yeah, I guess I don't know if it was the UK or Germany or something. The word Charlie also meant black person, so that's why they changed the name to Willy Wonka.
Oh,
I read that somewhere.
I don't trust people who sing to children.
No, and hand them candy.
he's creepy all over. He's handing out candy and singing to them.
And his hair, it looks like Waldo from a Van Halen video.
And why can't Charlie get in on this? He's just tossing candy out. They didn't pay like a cover to get in here, right?
I tell you, a couple well-timed elbows and you can have all that candy.
Right? He's just tossing it out to them.
It's general admission. Charlie's too busy working, though. He's got a job.
What a square. He's just pouring candy like
that shirt.
booze.
I gotta get that shirt.
Yeah. Well, candy is like booze when you're a kid, isn't it?
See, and he's letting him behind the counter. There's something wrong here.
It's nuts.
And that wacky mirror, look at that.
That's so wrong. Let me help you up the ladder.
All these wealthy children just have open access to the candy store.
It's like I could eat.
Poor Charlie. Here's a lollipop for you.
Voice?
Why is Charlie at the window? He's throwing candy on the floor.
I didn't know he was looking in. I thought he was checking his hair. Look at that.
It's his fabulous hair.
Pulls out a fawn's comb. Pardon me, sir. Did you know they're giving away candy back there? All you have to be is wearing a little skirt and a little kid.
Show me the money.
Worst paper route.
Oh.
You know, in the remake of this, the one thing I did like was the grandfather. Those papers don't even look like they have anything written on them. How are you supposed to get your German news if they're just passing out blank paper?
Did you guys ever see that futuristic German thing where they all that movie where they like moved to the moon before the end of the war, and there's like this big Nazi colony on the moon?
Oh, Iron Sky or something?
Yeah, Iron Sky. That's what those papers are. They're like futuristic digital iPads.
And they all say the same thing. Nothing to see and nothing to report. Coffee, nice.
Say nothing to the youth.
Go back to whack.
And this guy, he's just building up the excitement. You
He
want
has
to get
an
in?
awful lot of information
Look at all those cutting
about
utensils.
that place.
That's amazing.
Nice.
There's still people that just
Nice.
the deli I used to work at in Manhattan. They have a knife sharpener. It's this old man who comes and takes the dull knives and replaces them with sharp knives. He is an actual knife sharpener, like it's
German?
1890. No, I believe he was some sort of Hispanic.
I gotta tell you, I respect that though. Just the idea of like a cobbler, for example. I don't know anyone that's a cobbler. I've never met anyone that's a cobbler, but I know it has to still be going on, like in some way.
Can you imagine what this room smells like? It's got to be like feet and mothballs. It's crazy.
Please don't lift up the blanket.
This is before diapers and those pads.
Oh, yeah. When you go visit your grandmother, it smells bad enough with one old person, but you got like 4 of them in there.
Well, maybe, when they're left to their own accord, they go out and buy mothballs. But maybe this Charlie's mom keeps them, down so they can't get out and get mothballs to smell the house. Because what is up with mothballs? Why do old people smell like them?
I don't know.
I gotta be honest with you.
Maybe it's just something from that generation, old people. Because when I get old, I don't plan on using.
Know what it looks like.
Oh, my house was full of them when I was a kid. We lived with my grandmom.
Me too. Just all I smelled was mothballs in the closets. Never saw a moth though. It was really weird.
Yeah, well, yeah. They were from the boy moths. Shut up and go to sleep, Charlie.
I'm old. I need my sleep, boy. This is the only time your parents will let me talk to you. I was a raging alcoholic in the 20s, and they just would never leave me alone with you.
Hey, doll.
Why hasn't Charlie heard this story before? And isn't it odd that he hears it right before there's a contest to get into the factory?
It's coincidence.
How convenient.
That's strange that it all happened right when they were filming this movie.
It's strange that they had the same hairdo, too. It's really weird.
It's genetics.
You know, poor people can't comb their hair.
You think their hair is bad? You should see their pubes.
I don't think Charlie has any yet, but
No, you will.
When he does.
Where have you seen an old person's pubes before?
That's actually a really good point. Hair on their head, whatever's left, keeps growing. Everything south of the border, it's like it like migrates or something.
Yep. They wake up with it in their mouths. It's mental floss.
So do you think that we'll get really, really big?
I'm lucky. This is the worst science teacher ever.
It's very
yeah, that's why I love him.
A special addiction of my own. All right, well, what is it?
It's science. Stop asking questions.
I was watching this. I was like, please kill somebody. Some wacky ass science teacher.
You know, my time in the military taught me a number of things, but one of them was straighten your motherfucking tie, dude. Come on. Drives me crazy.
That a twisted sister pin on your uniform?
Yeah, everyone laugh and clap. It's poison gas.
Take a whiff. It's Germany, you know. What kind of gas was that?
That's mustard.
It's so bad.
Yeah,
See, all these other kids are privy to this information, but Charlie was not.
Yeah.
They know all about Charlie. I mean, Wonka.
I don't think Charlie even likes candy. I think he's a communist. Everyone
Do communists like candy?
Everyone knows communists hate candy. They despise joy.
Candy and homosexuals. They don't like anything fruit.
News.
When men were men and women got their asses smacked whenever they walked by men.
I am Newsy McNewsman.
No good news is good news.
I'm very confused.
What about us, you fucking selfish bastard?
Way to set up expectations. Setting you up for failure, Charlie. Asians like candy.
They filmed the Asians in 1970? I didn't know.
Didn't you see that? Yeah. They had them back then. They built the restaurant.
Tell me about your mother. That was very German.
Yeah, why is it that every psychiatrist has to be like a Freud psychiatrist?
Why does every lawyer have to be from an Ivy League college in movies?
Yeah.
Every single lawyer just happened to go to an Ivy League school.
I would love to see a community college lawyer win a big case.
My cousin Vinny.
Yes. Okay. Thanks for shitting on my point.
Look at the how the horns are placed perfectly.
Yeah.
Love it.
Of course.
And in walks gluttony.
You know why he had the horns? Because he was a Jewish reporter in Germany.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Good observation, Heather. That's great.
Sweet hell, man.
Holy. What the fuck?
Right on film, right on camera.
Yeah.
Why would he whisper to the kid on camera?
Here's another Vina. Here's another Vina.
I blew 10 men for that wrapping paper.
But you don't need to know that.
It was worth it just seeing your face as you tore it up as if it was nothing.
It had to be easier back then, though. You know, they couldn't last as long as you guys now.
Oh, sure.
10 men was probably 10 minutes, you know.
Do you guys ever have to live through that, like living in a period in your life where just one present for your birthday was like the greatest thing?
Yeah, I wasn't from the richest family, so yeah, I experienced one great big present, which wasn't so big.
I've always gotten multiple presents, but for a long time they were all bought at yard sales.
Yeah.
And my grandmother and my dad would actually talk about who got the cheapest gift for Christmas, and they only spent $0.25 on that typewriter, you know.
Because it's a virtue. No, I like that. I've always tried to teach my kids that idea that, you know, it has nothing to do with cost or amount, like, you know, number of presents. It has everything to do with intention and whether or not, you know, you're actually doing what you need to do as a kid in order to really earn this, meaning being, you know, a good kid, however you want to define that. And for me, it's, you know, being responsible, telling the truth, not lying to us. I put a heavy weight on honesty in this house.
And if they lie, no birthday.
And I kick them in the nuts.
Right? Yeah. That's what I
If
thought.
they don't have nuts, you put nuts on them and kick them in them.
Hey, I can hit some ovaries. I got skills.
And then walks greed and envy. Here we are.
They're all here.
This guy
I think you need to calm down and get maybe a bullhorn or something.
When I was a kid, I gotta be honest, I had a little crush on Veruca.
Oh, who didn't?
Oh, I was like, I could straighten this girl out, but
Listen, she was very like sensual little girl with those little booby buds. I mean,
it's kind of weird talking about that stuff.
It's totally weird.
When I was a kid, yeah, the booby buds.
booby buds are the best when you're young. We're not allowed to like booby buds now. And who would? You know, who would?
Yeah.
My kid, he probably digs them.
It means a whole different thing once you have kids.
Oh yeah.
Them budding breasts are like this exciting motherly thing. Like, oh, my little girl, you know. Oh wait, I'm a woman. Sorry, I forgot.
Boops.
It's guy talk with Heather.
That's how we always think of it too. You're sitting at the bar with your buddies. Hey, you know what? My little girl, she's got the booby buds. So proud. So proud.
I would still totally say that shit if I was a guy.
9.
9.
Put the balls in the truck. I love this computer.
It's a semen system.
I'm sure it is.
How pissed would these people be if we just like pulled out an iPhone right in front of them?
Right?
They would go crazy, stab us, take it to the government.
He's telling it with 2 buttons.
It's like on and off.
Remember, there was only a $3 million budget for this film.
That computer's a dick.
Total.
That's why I love it. It's a dick, and it's made by Siemens.
Yeah. See, they're in America. Little Germans in America.
Square deal, Sam. Gotta chase that buck. How do you think it happened?
You see Charlie's face? He's like, zoinks.
Like he's the only kid in the world.
Just rubbing it in.
I've got a secret. So that wouldn't be a laundromat, right? Because a mat would be like an automatic thing. That's more manual, so it's like a laundroman or what?
Yeah. Laundroman. Manual.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would call it laundroman, even though a woman is doing all the work. I see how you think.
You're taking it out of context. Here, Charlie, sit down on these clothes.
Yeah, sit down on some stranger's dirty laundry.
Make sure you give him pink eye. Is that a giant fork? I used to get beat with one of those. It's crazy.
Look, Charlie, you're destined to be a slave. If you were black, you'd be one already.
Oh, man.
How boring is the mom's song?
Oh, that's where he gets his hair from.
They both go to the same wig shop. Even now, at 45, I still want to fast forward, even though I couldn't want to skip past the Cheer Up Charlie song. But I guess if she didn't sing that, she really wouldn't have any role in this movie.
That's true.
It's better than blowing 10 men.
How do you think she got the role? She could have just sung it right to him.
I can see her stretch marks from here. That's not cool.
You must get the HD version, huh?
Yeah.
Super crisp. I can sense the sorrow dripping off of him.
See, I don't understand why she's singing this as he walks away. He's not even going to hear the. She just like totally destroyed his universe. Wait,
the song's for her.
Cheer up, Charlie.
Yeah, like most repetitive actions as a parent, it's really for you, not so much for the kid.
Yeah.
Come on, Charlie. Ugh.
That's disgusting. disgusting.
Siemens and what the hell's going on with this movie?
I do have to say, there's no possible way nowadays you could let your young boy wander the wet and lonely streets alone.
All sad and vulnerable.
Obsessing.
Kid, you want some candy?
Is it a Wonka bar, sir?
Gonna have to change his name to Adam. And then Grandpa Joe's gonna start a television show solving crimes.
Adam Bucket.
Adam Bucket. This is the part of the movie, like, even when it's on TV, where I'd go get some soda, go to the bathroom.
Make another s'mores. Yeah.
Shit, I would just try to rub one out if I was alone.
I was
Got a couple...
when I was younger. I wasn't rubbing anything out when I was 9.
Oh my gosh, it was like... I would take advantage of commercial breaks from Sally Jesse Raphael. I would go to town with a National Geographic of tribal women. Like, it didn't matter.
Yep.
Sears catalogs to me were gold.
Were you one of those prepubescent masturbators?
Not like insane in front of people, but in the privacy of my own home with my teddy bears watching, perhaps.
Apparently. Unbelievable.
Did you ever get caught? That's a good one.
Awesome.
No, never once.
Oh, man.
I was a ninja, man.
The boys who discover that before puberty are like, it becomes an obsession. They're the special kids.
What do you think I'm doing right now? This guy has some incredible microphone wrist action.
Went from masturbation to wrist action.
I'm staying on theme. It's very American.
Now that's a straight tie.
Yeah. That's a man.
Must have been in the military.
I dig that whole outfit.
I dig that outfit too. And I reburied it.
More important, like the Cold War. That's happening.
Many more important things. What are you doing, Grandpa?
I want to know how he got this thing if he couldn't walk.
Smuggled. That's indigestion. It's like a sexual act, man. Just a little bit more. Just a tiny bit.
Just a little bit like this, yeah. Just tear it off me now. I can't wait any longer.
Bar.
And then suddenly it's like a sexual act when you're married. A little bit of disappointment at the end.
I think it's amazing that you've kept this whole movie from the start into a sexual content.
What does the matter with us? This movie is about children. Wait till we get to the Oompa
It's about
Loompas.
kids. We're talking about dicks and semen and strange sexual acts with your grandfather opening candy.
I can't wait till we get to
that
the
hammer.
That woman in the painting's looking right at his ass. Why would she be there bidding for herself?
It's absurd.
Nonsense, I tell you.
I call tomfoolery on this.
I'm sure you will. Sure you will.
Crazy overacting. 'Cause, 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 'c I'm still young. I can have another child. Oh, husband, my bad.
Even easier to replace.
Why is he speaking in English?
And of course, people from Paraguay only have black and white broadcasts.
It's a third world country.
Okay, we found a Wonka bar, okay? You got it?
And of course they were lying because dirty Spaniards can't have Wonka bars.
They don't even ship them that far south.
That's how they found out that they were lying. Because Wonka was like, I would never let those brown people have my candy bar.
Oh my god.
You know, he's a racist. He has little blue orange slaves, whatever they are. I was going to mix her.
Man. Whew.
Dodged a bullet there. You guys ever had to try to explain math to your kids? I feel like I'm this guy when I'm trying to explain it to my kids.
Thank
Not at all.
all of my children are smarter than I am, and I didn't have to explain math to them.
That's funny.
Gasp.
This would be a really good opportunity to show them what percentage 2 is.
I can't figure that out.
What am I, a teacher of some kind? I wonder if I could steal a car. What is that? A dirty
That's
condom?
peculiar. Is that a Deutschmark?
Some kind of currency, but he's in America, so I don't know what it's supposed to be.
Big chunky coin. It's a Susan B. Anthony.
Susan B. Anthony's are small.
It's one of those damn Canadian quarters.
Even smaller than quarters, because, you know, a woman's on it. I don't know why I keep going there.
Trying to make us uncomfortable.
Why would you hide them?
Why would you hide the tickets? What are you hiding?
You have to pay. The other children, I just shower them with candy.
Gotta earn your keep, kid.
You gotta come in the back with me every once in a while if you want to be showered with candy. Yeah, because he cares who it's for.
Yeah, I was just going to say, this dude doesn't give a fuck. Give him his money, you poor little kid. And he still has change. Why couldn't he buy more freaking candy bars?
He's got to bring home another loaf of bread.
Those Paraguayans. Paraguayans?
Wheezies.
Paraguaysies? That's what it is.
Paraguayese, isn't it?
My grandma's grandma used to say, never trust those Paraguaneses.
Or any other nieces.
Could it be?
Open it all slow. Yeah, that's it.
Just a little on the top.
Just a little at a time.
Nothing. Oh shit, nothing.
He's littering. Waste food.
Yeah, crazy lady, stop grabbing me.
Should have kicked her in her ovaries.
They're easier to hit than you would think.
Dude, somebody could just snag it from that little mop head. Look at it. Right there.
Run, Charlie! They're bound to molest you for it!
Rude.
Well, I never.
Right away, he's an entitled little brat. Knocking over old people. Throwing candy on the ground like it's nothing.
I don't need to be polite. I have the golden ticket!
What's strange is this guy coming up knew his exact path home. Aha!
About what? How did you know?
Yeah, it's really messed up, right? Well, I think that we're supposed to believe by the end that somehow Wonka orchestrated all of this.
He was in his ivory tower looking down on the little people.
He manipulated them folly-ridden masses from his private realm.
Yeah, everlasting gobstoppers do not last forever.
It's a lie.
I had a friend in middle school. We used to call him the everlasting cock.
What are those
It
things?
was
What kind of
crazy.
money was that?
Full different meaning, though. He just always got in the way of things.
In grade school?
Yeah, I'd start walking off with a girl, and he'd be like, "Sure, where you going? Can I go? Get the fuck away from me, dude. I'm busy."
I'm trying to get busy.
You guys are pretty advanced in grade school.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Mine was all with myself. Don't let me tell any lies here.
You're a fucking liar.
What'd I tell you about lying, boy?
You're full of shit, Charlie.
For the sake of Pete.
If he keeps on talking, he's going to be talking. I'm suddenly feeling better.
My bad hip, my arthritis, my incontinence, it's all gone.
Corns. I got corns on my feet.
Oh, I almost saw up his bed dress.
Yeah.
He's got to put on a good show.
See, look at how he just... Look at that. Oh, that's not right.
You've been faking this whole time,
Unbelievable
old man.
when he starts dancing around like a Broadway.
Back in the 20s, I was in the show business. Been sitting down for 20 years.
He should look like that sloth guy from Seven.
Seriously, yeah. I just watched that the other day.
Can you believe his voice?
I gotta be honest, the first time I saw this, I didn't like any of the songs. It's grown on me. Like, I kind of dig this one.
My favorite's the one where Gene Wilder starts. Well, I don't want to.
Yeah, I mean,
We'll go
anything he
through it
does
later, I
is
guess.
pretty much badass.
Oh, you're afraid you're gonna. I like the boob bed. See, the backboard looks like boobs. I'm pointing at it.
I can see you pointing, yeah.
I'm twisting them.
Is that my bedpan? That's disgusting.
And his mother
But it can be
works
done.
that laundromat. And you think she'd wash that outfit? Look at that.
Right?
Yeah, sure. Messes her
Well,
up.
it's like Dr. Ruth Westheimer said when somebody
Yeah,
asked
sure.
if she had good sex. She said, "The shoemaker's children have no shoes." So what I'm saying is she doesn't do their laundry. She doesn't have time.
I feel like I grew up in a really fucked up household because I never knew a grandparent that I actually wanted to hug like that.
No, and you know what? My grandfather's not a huggy guy.
Yeah, mine neither.
Is your grandfather a Depression era grandfather?
Who are we talking to?
Both, actually.
Yes, and
My grandfather's
Probably,
in his 90s. So I think...
in my past, he was a World War II vet.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah, mine was a World War II vet too, but he died already.
So
It was all
they're not
dirty
huggy
jokes
people,
and smoking.
that generation.
No.
Yeah. My grandfather is
awesome. You know.
king of sarcasm.
I'd like to think that
My one
hardship
aunt put on a
breeds
lot of
good
weight, and she was
sarcasm.
cleaning up the living room, walked in front of him while he's watching TV, and he goes, "I just missed it."
Another interesting little tidbit of info. Gene Wilder, when he won this part, or he got accepted for this part, he had one condition that he could do this little improv piece, which is when he acted like an old man with a limp and then did the somersault.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
He said that was the only way he would do this part, and they let him do it. And they asked him why, and he said something along the lines of, that way he sets it up for the audience to know, not know whether he's lying or telling the truth or something like that. It's pretty interesting.
Oh yeah.
Didn't he talk about that in the actor's studio?
That's where I think I saw it before. It's like 05 or something. Not too
Yeah.
long. Yeah.
You have to look that up.
I think it
Great
sucked.
trick, kid.
I could have stretched it a little longer than that.
I've had spit that I've slurped up longer than that. So
There's
do you
Jenner
think?
standing behind him.
Can I ask you guys
You
something
see
really
that
quick?
guy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
Do you think that Willy Wonka would have as much authority if people didn't assign it to him? Like, would Charlie care as much if his grandfather didn't put such weight over Wonka?
Certainly not.
I think he would. I think Wonka's a master at lesser magic, you know?
That's only like once you got in the same room or within sight, you know? I mean, he'd been out of the public sphere in so long. Like, who even cares about this dude except for the fact that there's a contest and the elderly are talking about him in like whispered voices and, you know, talking about how wonderful he is.
He's all over the news. Teachers talking about him. I don't know. My kids are way cynical. So they would have to actually be in Wonka's presence to be impressed.
Yeah, this whole little thing here I'm talking about before.
Yeah, this is great. I love the outfit too. I really do.
Yeah, that jacket's sharp.
I gotta tell you, there's that period in time where in order to go out, you had to be like in a suit, pants, and a button-up shirt. Like, that was just your dress. I miss those days.
Love it. Showmanship.
Great. It's great.
I have had a crush on Gene Wilder since I saw this movie when I was 9.
You and me both, sweetheart.
Yeah.
I would do 90-year-old Gene Wilder, or however old he is now.
Oh, man.
He looks like he's 90. I would totally still do Gene Wilder to this day.
You may need some medical assistance.
Yeah, it's called Viagra. Look at that bow tie. That's sweet.
That is nice. I like that vest.
Yeah.
Nobody's throwing blood on Veruca. That's weird.
Where's PETA when you need it?
Or ink, yeah.
Yeah, years later, you'd be shot for that.
Or tased.
Yeah.
Well, you're just lucky to be here, aren't you?
My lying.
I can tell you're the unfortunate one.
A lot of gay people there today. Rainbow flag in that crowd.
We want rights.
So what would be happening right now is if this happened now, there would be people protesting that Wonka doesn't, you know,
He's elitist.
But you know,
God hates Wonka. Yeah.
Might count under affirmative action, right?
God hates Oompa Loompas.
Employs endangered species.
Reverse.
I love that.
I want these hands.
I'm sure you do.
His delivery there is a straight callback for me to Young Frankenstein.
Oh, yeah. Love that.
Everyone be calm! Everyone be calm!
Flipper.
You suckers.
Hmm. Yeah, contracts are not legal with minors, so
So it's null and void.
this is not a binding contract.
Dial information. Thank you for calling.
Honestly, if these people did not get a lawyer after this because they thought this was binding, then they're stupid.
Clever.
On we go.
I think I need to buy a suit like that for Dave.
This is too cool.
Make sure you post pictures of that.
Oh, God, yes. You would see him in it all the time.
Just don't have him pull a Lenny Kravitz when he does.
Yeah, how do you have that happen? How does that... I could see a movie, but...
I've had my boys slip out once in a while. It has to be like a real, like, weird situation, but...
I'm certain.
Look at Grandpa, he's touching everybody.
Somebody's touching me! It's like the most awkward orgy ever.
I just come through there.
You darn fool. Why, are you having fun? He has the greatest one-liners.
I was afraid I'd be the only one who was like saying lines from the movie.
Oh, no. No.
I'm trying to be...
I could probably do this whole movie without it playing, just by heart.
One-man show. All right, so while this is going on, if we can, what are some of the more satanic elements you've seen so far in this film?
Oh, his outfit, number one. Right off the bat.
That's actually a really good point, because I don't think a lot of people, when they think of Satanism, they really think personal aesthetics. You always get that stereotype of, the goth or metal kid, but you never really see it in the flamboyant side.
Mm.
I've seen a lot of it in the flamboyant side, but I'm in a different crowd.
Apparently.
She's closer to Aden than we are, so. I love him. I love Aden. Yeah, I mean, he still dresses, the style as far as, the jacket and the slacks and things like that, but he kicks it up a notch. Makes it a little more, personal and
homosexual.
I can't be homosexual because I'm not homosexual. I would totally sport that jacket. That's sweet.
Willy Wonka's, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
No, Augustus Galoops.
I thought we were still talking about it. He has to come up in every conversation. Now there'll be no living with him.
He's so
a couple of go off the handle here. I love this song, number one, but the second part is in this room, they did not show any of these actors this room until they just saw it here, so they could get the real surprise on their face.
Really?
That's cool.
Yeah, and then another little information was that waterfall chocolate thing there is actually 150,000 gallons of water mixed with real chocolate and cream. And at first it was really cool, but after 2 days it began to smell so bad they couldn't wait to get the scenes over with.
That was a bad idea.
Just FYI, yeah.
I love his pace.
But see, he's got total control over his environment, and I love that. Look at that.
I think people could do... they'd be hard-pressed to find someone better. Just to call back to what you had mentioned earlier on, how he's a master of lesser magic. I don't know any other performances off the top of my head that could rival this one.
No. Yeah, he's
and I think that
perfect.
was the direction Johnny Depp went, was the character's so weak and odd in a
It's interesting because I never really compared him in that way either.
Yeah.
But parts of this movie that I love the best are with Gene Wilder manipulating her commentary, just adding his own commentary to the scene. That never really happened. I think Depp had one or two decent lines, but that was it.
Yeah. The one about everything is edible. I'm edible. That was a good one.
Yeah, that would be cannibalism.
I just tried to see it as a movie by itself, but this is so ingrained in me.
Yeah, me too.
It's very difficult to separate.
This line is so satanic. If you want to view paradise, look around and view it. Anything you want to do it. Want to change the world, there's nothing to it.
I feel like a little kid every time I watch this.
Yeah, it's great. We probably shouldn't have chose this movie to comment on because we just want to watch it.
As soon as the part comes up, we're all like mesmerized.
I wanted to do this one before someone else had a chance to. It's a great movie.
How delicious does this cupping look?
Seriously.
I want one of those right now. You can eat it.
Yum, yum, yum.
This sounds so delicious.
Yes, kids, I already said that. You don't have to repeat it 3 times.
There's no way that HUD would approve this.
OSHA would have a field day here.
It's just no. It should be stainless steel waterfall.
Look at that. They had green hair before it was cool.
Punk rock.
There was a time that green hair wasn't cool. That was the other thing that I did like about the remake, was the guy who played all the Oompa Loompas.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I don't mind a little bit of the computer animation stuff. I also really appreciate stuff like this where nothing like that is used. It's it's all set and lights and camera.
Yeah, practical effects and
strings and hooks and
things that the thing that I like about the I'm sorry, I'm distracted because I want to listen to Willy Wonka.
Oh, do your thing.
Schnoz wankers.
Vinicius, yeah, I get to say it. Vinicius, never mind. I couldn't get it out.
Yeah, that's right.
Girl fight.
That started off like a Daffy Duck fight.
The thing that I appreciate about computer animation is that the books that I read as a kid that just don't work out any other way, like The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I was like, when I saw that, like they really brought the book and made it look alive, and so I don't mind it as long as it's done well.
He's like, help, police, murder. Like,
it's too late.
Look, he's getting out his little munchie because he's enjoying himself. Look at that. See how the water's going down the other tubes?
This is so unsanitary. You know that kid peed in the chocolate.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I hope it lasts.
Great line, man.
Yeah, how presumptuous.
I want that whistle. This thing rocks.
I want to get that as a ringtone.
I think that's going to be like a special request of mine to my lady next time she's going downtown. Do the little do-do-do-do. You don't see a lot of little people in this day.
Mm. Yeah, really. What they had? The Wizard of Oz, and they had this. What else?
I think that was it, right?
Time Bandits. They had a few of them. Remember that movie?
I'm not entirely sure I've ever seen it.
Oh, it's great.
They don't look happy.
It's the pleats.
What's really sad about political correctness is a lot of little people could not get work in the remake of this movie. They could have hundreds of little people, but it would have been politically incorrect to do so. So they just had to have one little short guy.
One little like Latin guy. That's it.
Yep.
Is it politically incorrect to not really like political correctness?
Probably, but it's
Good.
wrong.
I think we're taking a turn where it's politically correct to enjoy a little politically incorrectness.
It's not.
This little boat scene is pretty cool, though.
Yeah. This wasn't frightening to me. I knew other kids who were scared to death of this scene.
Oh, I loved it.
I watched horror movies as a kid all the time, so something like this was a little bit exciting for me.
Yeah, my father, when I was 8 years old, he made me watch The Exorcist. I was crying, and he's like, "Open your eyes, and you want to stay up with me and watch this." And
It's
so
not
I'm
even
like,
that
okay.
scary.
Oh, I was terrified. Of it. I was like, "What's going on?" But watched it when I was older again and loved it.
You know, the best one is The Exorcist 3. That one's scary. The friggin' old people crawling on the ceiling and shit.
Yeah. Nuts.
You're that kind of guy, huh?
I don't even know why that ended the conversation.
Oh, I don't like the looks of that tunnel up there.
So do you think that Manson's use of this in one of his music videos and sort of twisting of the song was a bit of a revival for this movie?
I don't know. I'd have to... I never really thought of that.
Yeah, I mean,
this movie never went away from me, so I wonder if a whole other generation got turned on to this because of that.
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting to find out a couple generations past mine, because I had watched this and then, so it sort of left my mind. And about the time I was thinking of Pink Floyd's The Wall as a revival movie, I saw like the Manson's video of this. I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot about that movie, and I watched it a couple times again. I wonder how many people that was their first exposure. And it does speak to, I mean, a lot of movies don't carry from generation to generation. There's something special about this one in that it doesn't matter what the political climate is or anything. This speaks to you as a child. It speaks to you as excitement and as wonder and fear and just curiosity. Like, it has everything it needs in order to hit us at our most primal of emotions.
Yeah. That's what makes it a classic. You could watch this you're not going to watch this in 3017, but someone will. And yeah, I mean, it's still going to be just as good.
Keep on rowing. It's certainly not sure.
Signs that they are slowing.
And he's great too. He has that vein coming through his forehead. Just the madness that is inherent in him as an actor. Why don't they show that on TV? Oh, shit.
That's not French, she says. Why would...
It's the fancy coat. I thought he was French.
Why are you letting them in there?
They signed a waiver.
It's just the truth. They can't tell anything.
I love that he warned them too. They just didn't heed it.
Well, that gum though.
But that's just it though. Like, this is, I think, the brilliance of his whole setup here is that he's relying on them to follow their human nature. Because if they didn't, he'd be fucked at the end with just a whole group of people vying for his business. He has to let them be human. And this is actually maybe the one part about this entire thing. Little spoiler for those of you who haven't seen it yet. At the end, it's one of the virtues that he rewards rather than the sins. And you would think, because of him as a character, the way he's portraying himself, he would reward the sin rather than the virtuous.
Yeah.
But the thing, is it really human nature? Humans are actually pretty compliant. You know? These characters are like they're exaggerated archetypes.
Yeah, yeah. They're the extremity of that certain so-called sin. So the greedy, the envious,
Yeah.
very bratty kids. They're very extreme with their own, personalities.
That was me the first time I tried actual distilled liquor. Just one tiny finger and then just like...
Yes.
Seemed a little gay. It was a little homoerotic.
I love that. It's just sort of slapsticky. It's too cold. Add a warm coat.
There's that thing you used to get beat with, John. He has one too.
What is it?
Fork. That giant fork.
Oh,
John
yeah.
earlier that
I'm like, bad memory. And these are how I make pendants.
Little do people know, I
Don't tell anybody.
You have one of these down in the basement?
Yeah. What's a basement? I live in Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
Everything's in the other room.
Everlasting gobstoppers.
From a marketing standpoint, that would not be a good thing. You know?
Now, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. That's why all my pendants disintegrate after 1 year.
Oops.
Actually,
like all at once, exactly a year after purchase.
At the same time.
You can hear the cries around the world.
It's funny. Little liars. Look at them.
Crossing her fingers. Diabolical. I love that.
Stop squawking, you twit.
Called her a nit and a twit. What's next?
It's your fucking fault, dude.
I know.
Why, so it is.
Wow, Charlie's pretty good with mechanics. Got a good work ethic, that's why.
He's been working since he could walk.
It's alive!
The product of the Industrial Revolution. So Charlie is. Bees.
I love the bees. Excuse me.
Look how I love his hair just sticking out wild to the side. Look at him smiling though in the background though. He loves that she went and did it. I love how he lets them feel the effects of their folly. Look at it.
You're turning violet.
Told him not to. She just did it anyway. So do you think this was made for kids? Do you think this was made for parents?
Do you see the hose? Do you see the hose behind her right leg?
No, I missed it. Roald Dahl was just a really weird writer. You know, James and the Giant Peach. Usually adults are evil in general in his books. And usually kids are the righteous ones, you know? As children.
Yeah, untainted.
Are the champions. But in this one, they're assholes, except for Charlie. He did write some adult books that I still haven't read that are listed as adult. So I'm wondering if they're like dirty books.
Oh.
Wonder how evil the grown-ups are in those books.
Especially the grandparents.
Well, that just now you read it. Geriatric porn novels. That's what he wrote.
Yeah, it's called Getting Through the Colostomy Bag. What is that? Behind the green door, behind the closet bag?
In the heart or in the head?
Whoa, now that's a big Oompa Loompa.
Did you see that guy? Yeah. He's the one testing all the chocolate.
Someone's got to check the river levels.
This is one of my favorite quotes is coming up now.
This is great, yeah.
That's actually genius for nurseries. They lick the walls anyway. Might as well have this on it.
The schnoz
Maybe
nurse.
keep them from smearing their shit on the walls.
I love the snozberries.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Great.
Perfect.
It's hard to find something that you could call out in this that would just be abjectly unsatanic. And what's, I think, pretty amazing about it is that none of this is on the nose. Like, you would watch this as saying, wow, he's a quirky person, or there's something strange about that. I don't really get that. But there's some of us that really connect with this. I mean, some people connect with it and they don't really understand why.
Yeah.
But I think those of us who connect with it we're aware of it. There's something a little special about that. It's moonshine. What? I don't know, but
This is pretty brilliant, the way they did this. It's like...
What, hiding the wires with bubbles?
Yeah, bubbles.
It's great. It's like half of the dreams I ever had as a kid.
You had flying dreams as a kid?
Oh, yeah.
Or you worked on 1970s special effects in your dreams as a kid?
I just ran a lot of wires.
bit of both.
I played with wires.
I didn't have my first flying dream until I was in my 30s.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Notice this fan, watch. If you see it again, it's weird. It spins one way, but when they get real close to it, they have it spinning the other way. I always notice weird things like that in movies.
Grandpa's doggy paddling. You were dancing out of your bed just a day ago, and now you're flying, acting like it's the worst thing ever.
Clockwise?
Oh, snap.
Counterclockwise. Isn't that weird?
Oh, yeah.
See, and Charlie and his grandfather find their own solution for their problems instead of relying on the Oompa Loompas to save them.
He's like, oh, okay.
The best possible of solutions. Just burp. Burp, kid.
Try farting.
He just drops to the ground. Oh.
Thump. Thump. Yeah. Let's all burp, just for the spirit of the movie.
I can't burp on cue.
No. Heather, wow, that was amazing.
My.
I didn't know you had it in you.
Underestimated me, sir.
I wonder what he did with the giant that was protecting them.
Wasn't it squirrels or something in the original book?
Yeah, it's squirrels in the remake, too.
Yeah.
Whoa. It's a creepy Oompa Loompa.
They can't all be gems.
He was like the crack hoe of the Oompa Loompas.
Now and then. Why is this friend? I totally love it. Yeah, when I was a kid in this outfit, her in this outfit, forget it.
I'm your golden goose, kiddo.
Got your golden goose.
I totally need a grown-up size Veruca Salt dress.
Oh, man.
Look, she's sexy.
I can't even respond to that.
She's a sensual young lady.
It's pretty fucked up that a girl can say that and it's not a big deal. A dude says it and it's like the world, like you hear a record scratch.
Yeah, well, you're creepy if you say it. I can recognize a sensuality in a young lady. Was she hot when she got older? What else did she do?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. She was doing a lot of stuff in my head back then.
Oh, jeepers.
Some of it had to do with an egg.
That's funny.
The Oompa Loompas are so annoyed with her.
I wonder if I could just wrap her head in this plastic and end it.
He just stands there, patiently waiting. I love it.
To the actress's credit, though, she did a really great job in this scene.
Yeah. I like how the wrapping stuff like perfectly falls around him.
Yeah.
It starts to. It always bothered me how the her voice starts to before she falls.
Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't have good editors back then. Adam, let's dress like this at the next conclave. If there's
It's on, man.
let's wear this outfit. I want to get the hair sticking out and everything.
It's so good.
I want to see all the warlocks wearing this outfit. Everyone has to dress like Willy Wonka.
Everyone we pass by, is this a Willy Wonka conclave? Is this a convention?
It's a convention. It would get annoying, though, after 15 minutes, all of us whistling our whistles.
Yeah, for sure.
You're like, knock it off with the whistle, Shaw. Sorry.
Everybody will want to be Willy Wonka. Nobody's going to want to be an Oompa Loompa.
Yeah, no one wants to be Oompa Loompa number 32.
Yeah. These graphics were amazing back then.
You know, the show is awesome and all, but if you're telling your grandkids that you were the fat Oompa Loompa, I don't know that you'd like be really liberal with that information. You'd kind of maybe want to like play it close. No, I was the thin one back then. Yeah, that's right. Transportation.
I love this.
Runs off booze.
Put some more booze in it.
That's what I tell my wife. Put some more booze in it, baby.
Put some more booze in it, woman.
You want me to do that thing you like? Put some more booze in.
That thing you
So
like.
disappointed that they don't enjoy this more.
It is one of those things too. Like as a kid, I'm sure you guys have experienced it. Maybe I'm being solipsistic here, but there's times in your life where you're just miserable throughout the entire thing until you look back on it and you're like, damn, that was really cool. Why didn't I enjoy that in the moment? Yeah.
That's peculiar.
Faster than eagles.
I would be giggling my ass off if I was on something like this.
Yeah, I would love to be on this
fun.
ride.
He's just singing. I love it.
What does this thing run off of? Oh, elephant semen.
Right
Keep
back
your
to
mouth
the
closed,
sex.
kids.
There you go. How did they do that?
I love the sound effects. That's great.
Sounds like my bedroom door. Who's the good Lord?
Whoever invented the roller skates.
Take your KKK hat and hood.
They're like hazmat suits. Why you gotta wear hazmat suits here, but not like when you're making chocolate?
That's so good. Yeah, there's a little known fact that they didn't show any close-ups of Gene Wilder's waist because he was hung like a rhino. You know, the Jewish guys there.
Yeah.
No, not really at all.
Oh no, look at that. I'm gonna be looking for Gene Wilder's bulge now.
It's the middle leg. Yeah.
You should open your mouth a little wider.
I thought he didn't care for chocolate.
Liar! He's thinking of all the applications. Yes. Yes.
I don't understand why the Oompa Loompa listens to him.
Maybe he's just trained to listen to non-orange people.
Oh, he had a button to push. I never noticed that before. How did the candy bar push the button?
No. No,
I don't know.
That's funny.
How is this possible?
She wasn't a Star Trek fan. Why? Would he get smaller?
What a miserable life if that's the greatest thing that's ever happened to you. Just bite this.
Just love that.
Be quiet.
Look at him swinging it. I love it. Just twisting the knife. I love it.
It would have been great if you just meant, and don't eat him.
That is a
that fat one gets around, doesn't he? He's in every room. The final song.
Boys. In the key of C.
It's interesting that they had songs that were specific.
In the key of C.
Oh, that is real mature.
What's worse, the guy that had to jump in his arms or the guy that had to hold him as he wrapped his legs around him?
As you know, little people are pretty well hung.
I've heard this
pleats.
before.
It's the pleats.
It's the pleats. Look at it. If you look, when that one guy's walking, it's like he's definitely dressing right.
Everything is all proportionate except like their legs or something. Or I can't remember.
Yeah, maybe it just looks bigger, but I don't think so.
It's like a baby's arm holding an apple.
They're dead. You'll have to move on.
He's like the Cat in the Hat.
Yeah. But I have. You smell like cabbage.
And mothballs.
Feet, cabbage, and mothballs. It's only got half of everything.
The half-ass business. The smoker?
I love this little part. Good day, sir.
Etc. Etc.
Etc. Etc.
It transitions into Latin.
You stole fizzy lifting drinks.
Nothing!
Nothing!
Good day, sir.
I love that. I've never said good day, sir. I want to say it so desperately bad.
You need to
do it at the end of the next episode. Good day!
And I said good day, sir. Did you not hear me? I love it. Oh, God damn it. I learned this from my mom. Sir, perhaps I could help you with your bulge.
Oh, you're mad. That's so bad. It's awesome.
All right, so was it a good deed? Was it coming clean?
It was proving he could be trusted.
Yeah, it could be trusted. And
It's not about being a good
He's not going to sell
person.
out to the other guys.
He even says, I need a kid who's going to do it my way. I didn't want a grown-up to come in here and do everything their way.
This is Charlie's way of letting him know he's not going to become a detractor.
He's looking for a minion. You're a team player, Charlie.
You're a sycophant. Yes.
It is. I mean, there has to be a little bit of irony seen in this, in that he's such an individualist. He championed, collectively we, I'm not going to project to him, as Satanists, identify with him on so many different levels. We love the idea of individualism, but if it comes to our own businesses, we want the sheep. We want the people that will do it our way. We don't want individuals. So we really only champion individualism to the extent of our own skin.
Well, certainly. Why would we want other people to be individuals?
Hence the word individual.
The world needs ditch diggers too, you know?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Those Paraguayans. That's right. I didn't know if that callback was
Paraguayans.
Paraguayans or Nieses.
Paraguinoses.
That's multiple. Yeah.
That's a gaggle of Paraguanese.
That's a murder of
I think the proper term would be a labor of Paraguinoses.
All right, quick spoiler alert. Watch the string when it comes out of the roof. Right when it comes out, you see the string. Oh, I don't know if you caught it.
Well, I can't believe anything I've just seen now. I'm starting to question the entire fucking movie. Thanks a lot, John. I thought this was real.
It's awesome.
We're all going to die in about 10 minutes.
The only thing real in this movie was his hair. That's it.
I hate those people. I will own this whole town, Grandpa.
They all mocked me. They called me everlasting Godspropper.
Especially the fizzy lifting drinks I sold.
I casted a couple. You're the perfect slave. You're like an Oompa Loompa, only younger.
And white.
So I can trust you. And no, not you, old man. Presumptuous.
I hope that where are they going to sleep? In that garden with the chocolate waterfall, or?
That would get old really quick and really smelly.
He became a dickhead like Veruca.
He became a weirdo and said things like, "The Earth says hello."
Oh, how did they get back down from that Wonkavator?
Paradise. Nice. Okay. Heather.
Yes.
For you, what was why is this in the Church of Satan's suggested film list?
I think that this whole movie has a constant theme of personal responsibility. That the kids all expect things to be handed to them, and Charlie is kind of, he's the kid who has his own job in the beginning and isn't gonna, what's the word I'm looking for? Compromise his personal values just to screw somebody over. So he takes responsibility.
Do you think that there's a statement in where Charlie comes from compared to the other children, where they all come from some form of privilege and he came from nothing? Is there a statement in there?
Well, as far as I go to like the like a satanic statement, because that's just Roald Dahl was just like that. That was his thing. Like the poor little kid was the hero and the good guy.
The underdog, so to speak.
The underdog always wins.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
I think that was just, and usually they're abused too. Like in James and the Giant Peach, James, his aunts are also like kind of abusive.
Oh yeah.
They probably lightened it up. I don't remember the beginning of this book. I know I read it when I was a kid, but I bet if you read it, Charlie goes through a lot more crap in school and with teachers and stuff than they put in the movie.
Yeah. So it is interesting because on the surface, it seems like the book would be centered around the idea of Charlie. And certainly the movie, you can argue that it is centered around Charlie. But as soon as Wonka steps in frame, I think he steals the entire narrative. He steals everything about the show. And suddenly Charlie's secondary.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Do you think that was a directorial or a script edit that they made that? Or was it just that Gene Wilder was such a powerful presence that he sort of stole the show?
Well, the original book was called Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and they changed the name to Willy Wonka. I remember them saying something about, for one reason, the word Charlie meant black person or something somewhere. I don't know if it was the UK or Germany or something, and they didn't want to use that
Vietnam,
word.
it was the Vietnamese.
Yeah, that too. But from a satanic standpoint, I mean, everything about this movie screams, satanic. Everything. From his lesser magic to the responsibility, like Heather was talking about before, the responsibility to the responsible, such as Charlie, and these bratty, sin-inflicted kids getting their just rewards and feeling the effects of their folly. I mean, everything about this movie is purely satanic.
I mean, even Wonka's delivery of random bits of wisdom, you have to have read, you have to have studied in order to really understand where he's coming from. He's a learned man. He's running this old business pretty much, okay, by slave labor, but other than that, by himself. And, I mean, he is sort of the quintessential... what I would consider the quintessential Satanist, where he withdraws from people that he wants nothing to do with, but he masters his own life. He's in abject control of everything around him. He demands that people play by his rules when they're in his lair. He demands respect. I mean, he's really a really great sort of paragon of just accidental Satanism in his part, I guess. Just
et cetera.
De facto Satanist, yeah.
Et cetera.
De facto Satanicus. Yeah, I'll slip into some Latin
cetera.
Too. It's absolutely fantastic. Thank you both so much. That was truly amazing. I really enjoyed watching it with you, and the wildly inappropriate banter along the way too. That's all
your fault. You set us down that path.
I guess it happens from time to time.
I think it actually all started with John and his appreciation for Veruca as a child.
Yeah, see? Don't blame me.
Yeah.
Perv.
I'm the devil. Yep, there we go.
Shame, I know your name. All right, well, of course, everyone can find Heather Height on her weekly segment, Something Different with Heather Height. Also, you just released Vagina Time, of which you were the star, right?
Yes.
Very nice, by the way. Very nice.
Oh, thank you. And we have a new one that Dave is in the process of editing together now. It's called Dan.
I've heard about this,
We're pretty
and I am really excited about it, to be quite honest. A nice turn, a little spin on theme, which is really nice. And of course, everyone knows John Shaw, iSatanist.com. Some really fantastic products coming out of iSatanist. Obviously, go to either Facebook or websites in order to find out much more about these two outstanding individuals. Thank you both so much for joining me. I hope we can do this again.
Absolutely.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Well, until then, hail Satan.
Hail Satan.